You don't act like a bitch. That's why I don't got love for bitch. Oh, that's why Too Short need 40 say bitch. So homie, please don't marry that bitch.
Don't do it.
And that's
So
why
holla at
I'll
'em.
never be.
More cash apps. Any more cash apps?
You mean I get everything I want to get? I have some fun with it and make her mama trip. Cause if I'm in her life, it's a problem. A real player's at your girl, you better stop it.
So how much money was raised? What the people gave? All kinds of people gave. How much was raised, and what's the status of that?
$700,000, and the status is we're still looking for a school, and the status is my start date for FDMG will be 8/21/18, or if at all, it may be delayed to 8/21/19, which is the anniversary of the Nat Turner War.
Turn your back on the bitch, she ain't acting right. He hit it way before you, now he's back in her life. What you gonna do when you lose her? She got a nigga on the side just to use her. If it's me, I'm parking at the front door, and you be knocking on her bedroom window. You see the shadows, you hear the sounds, but you don't do nothing, you just turn back around like a bitch.
That goes without saying. How is the school coming? We pushing, brother. We pushing.
Black mother. You know what? At the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy, I'm going to have a Super Soaker water gun. At the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy, I'm going to have a Super Soaker water gun. Invented by a black man, by the way. Invented by a black man, by the way. Invented by a black man, by the way. I'm going to have a Super Soaker water gun. And if any black mother walks into the doors of the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey RBG International Leadership Academy for Pan-African Excellence in your pajamas, I'm telling you now, if you walk into my school in your pajamas, I'm a super soaker your ass from head to toe. And I'm going to make sure I mess your hair up, your weave in the process. I'm telling you now. See, we an independent school. We can do that. We not a charter school. We not a charter school. We not a public school.
There was a lot. She got a lot of bitch in her, but not more than you. I never underestimate what you
Nigga,
want
don't
to do.
act like a bitch. That's why I don't got love for bitch.
I got a big booty and it's juicy. You better cut it out. She said she got a big booty and it's juicy. Sisters, let's do the work first. Don't worry. We're going to make love. Oh, we're going to make some love. You better believe that.
Oh, that's why Too Short need 40 say
I keep telling you, consciousness over coochie, politics over punani.
So homie, please don't marry that bitch.
Politics over punani. It is revolution over romance. Get your mind right, family. This is Garveyism. This is Nkrumah. This is Lumumba. This is Kamathi. This is Kwame and
And that's why I'll never
Never slipping and slipping and skipping and drifting and missing. These cats that I be hanging around don't listen.
What do y'all think about a date with the doctor FDMG fundraiser? $100. The sisters will pay a $100 raffle. Sisters will pay $100. And if they win the raffle, they get to pick a social event anywhere in the country. It could be a concert. It could be a sporting event. It could be a festival. We're going to pick her up. I'm going to pick her up. We're going to pay for the hotel, pay for the flight. I'm going to pick her up, take her to the event. We're going to go to dinner. And we're going to drop her back off at the hotel.
Don't listen. I be having and sipping and smoking and drinking and spitting. And these musty mouth bras, they be tripping. I mean, the bitch thought she was
come home frustrated and she had a bad day and the things just didn't go right and she ain't gonna want to be caressed and she ain't gonna want to be massaged and she ain't gonna want a forehead kiss. She gonna want her cookies crushed. Every once in a while, your queen is going to want her cookies crushed. And when your queen needs you to crush those cookies, you have to be able to meet the demand. Every sister
I don't care how spiritual she is. I don't care how feminine she is. Every once in a while, she want cookies crushed.
I don't know what that bitch was thinking when she thought what she was thinking, but she shouldn't have thought that. I told her the money cost too much and I ain't got it down. You got to pay me, or pay me no never mind.
And so we paid respects earlier to the Honorable Frederick Douglass, my direct ancestor, and it's only fitting and it's only with respect that if we're gonna big up the masculine energy, we gotta big up the feminine energy. And we know that Queen Mother Harriet and Frederick Douglass were very, very good friends. Some even say may have been cousins, which means I'm related to Harriet Tubman. I ain't gonna even get into that right now.
Don't sit on the toilet when I go piss. You got feminine tendencies like a bitch.
I married a white girl 10 years ago, brother. Well, brother, until you unmarry her, it's best you stay over there, brother. I appreciate you and I love you, but you are no use to me with that white woman on
Bitch, me. I'm solid and concrete. I keep it found. We pull up in something acting a dong.
Correct. But I would say, listen, your wife is white. So we're going to stop the black talk right there.
She lifting her dress up, showing her mom. See, he tripping, he tricking, throwing her money. ITCH all in her face.
How am I helping black boys? That's a silly ass question. How does Dr. Umar help black boys? That's a silly ass question. But because you got a blind weave in your head, I'm going to answer the question because you don't know no better. Because you got a blind weave in your head, I'm going to answer the question because you don't know no better. This is what I do for black children. I am the #1 parent advocate in America. I am the #1 certified school psychologist in America. I am the #1 doctor of clinical psychology out here on the grassroots, helping parents protect their children from medication, misdiagnosis, and unnecessary hospitalization. They're claiming I smoke crack.
Cody so late, stay on the case.
That's why I don't got love for
More cash apps. Any more cash apps? Just know the feds and the FBI watching. Of course. That goes without saying, my brother. That goes without saying. That goes without saying. How is the school coming? We pushing, brother. We pushing. I got a big booty and it's juicy. You better cut it out. She said she got a big booty and it's juicy. Sisters, let's do the work first. Don't worry. We're going to make love. Oh, we're going to make some love. You better believe that. Okay. But let's do the work first, my beautiful African queens. Let's do the work. Let's do the work.
Oh, that's why Too Short need 40 say.
The goddamn NBA is a suspect. As soon as I said that, Mama Oya blew my cell phone off the stand.
So homie, please don't marry that bitch. And that's why I'm
40 water.
They are contacting the college to try to force them to cancel my lecture this Thursday to close out Black History Month. They're claiming I smoke crack.
Too short.
Short dog in the house.
40 water. Hey, show, you know what I've been noticing?
All bitches ain't women.
Umar can't tell you when the HVAC coming. Umar can't tell you when the school opening. Umar can't tell you how he would pay the utilities in the school. Umar can't tell you how he would pay for the staff. Umar hasn't verified that he's even hired a staff. He can't tell you anything of note about this school, but he does have the time to comment on who a high schooler should take to prom. This is just another indicator that Umar, although he's a great orator, although he's very entertaining, he's not somebody we should take seriously. Seriously, man, like if y'all care, if anybody cares about who Bronny James is taking to prom, that's how you know you do not have enough love in your life. You don't have enough hobbies, right? Like Ketanji Jackson got on the Supreme Court. She has a white husband. No, we don't care. Black men don't care. The only people who care are women that are losing and people that are losing in
All bitches ain't women, man.
No.
Some of these niggas, man, be acting like bitches, man.
So Dr. Umar, where is the school Johnson, has jumped on the Ebony K. Williams bandwagon. And I'm like, but where's the school? We've been waiting for the school for like 3 years. Like, where's the school? You got time to be talking about Ebony K. Williams and her right to not want to date a bus driver, and we still waiting for the school? Like, I don't understand how you got so much time to be attacking people and fight with people online. And did y'all see that video over there on Tasha K? What that lady said he wanted to taste the Gucci? He told her, you gonna be the one I F when I come down here. Did y'all see? No wonder we ain't got no school. And now you want to attack Ebony K. Williams for her right to choose. Leave black women alone.
Female puppies, man.
You already know.
Look, get a real one in your life, man. Get a real one in your life. That's what I tell a bitch.
That's how we do it. Shout.
Niggas be acting like bitches. Female puppies, man.
Bitch.
Nigga, don't act like a bitch. That's why I don't got love for bitch.
Hey, let's go, let's go, let's go.
So homie, please don't marry
Come on,
that
Umar.
bitch.
Come on.
And that's why I'll never be a
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let me get a 1 in the chat if you can hear me loud, crisp, and clear, and we will get this party started. The StreamYard link is pinned to the top of the chat if there's anybody that wants to call in and give their opinion. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is not clickbait. Mike TV pulled up on Umar Johnson, Big Papa, Dr. Ifantunde, the Prince of Pineapple Pan Pizza himself, y'all. I said, hold up. Umar lacking in these YouTube streets. Umar is definitely lacking in these YouTube streets. Come on, y'all. Jeff says he's going to be on the next episode of American Greed. Mike TV is the new American Greed, okay? I'm exposing all these scammers, these grifters, these charlatans, and everybody in between. Actually, this Friday, we're doing an expose on the NAACP, so make sure you guys subscribe and hit the bell notification so you can check out this Friday's expose. But yeah, guys, this was wild. This was crazy. I mean, I saw Umar Johnson was live on somebody's channel, and I had just finished a live broadcast myself. So, I didn't really feel like pulling up on him. I didn't really feel like talking to his ignorant ass, but I had to do it for the culture. I had to do it for the people, ladies and gentlemen. I had to do it for the people. And if anybody's new to the stream, make sure to hit the like button on the way in, hit the Cash App or the PayPal if you support the mission. And let's go ahead and get on into it. Jeff says he saw me pull up. Jeff was there. A few people saw it live. Man, oh man, let's go. So the main reason why I pulled up on Umar, I really wasn't going to do it at first. I figured there was a lot of people waiting in the backstage of the StreamYard, and I didn't really even, feel like talking to the clown at all. But what really got under my skin, to be honest, what really got under my skin is the fact that this motherfucker was on here on this YouTube channel, and look at the thumbnail I saw, y'all. Let me see if I can pull up the thumbnail. Look at the thumbnail. State of Black relationships. The state of Black relationships. Dr. Umar Johnson talks live about Black relationships. So, ladies and gentlemen, when I said, hold up, wait a minute, it's been 12 plus years, we still don't got no school, but this motherfucker is up here for hours gossiping about Black relationships and whether you should date white women or only date Black women, and doing all that pimping and pandering to the sisters that keeps him afloat, y'all. When I saw that this imbecile, when I saw that this ignorant ass buffoon was up here gossiping about relationships while we still do not have that school that was promised over 12 years ago, I say, you know what? I don't care if I just finish a broadcast. I don't care if I'm tired. I don't care if I'd much rather smoke a J and play some Call of Duty. I gotta pull up on this bitch made nigga. I got to.
And ladies and gentlemen, you can tell a lot by body language. You can tell a lot by someone's response to being called a scammer to their face. So let's go ahead and get into it and show you guys what happened when Mike TV pulled up on this scamming ass Negro.
Who we gonna bring up on this joint, man? You know what? Let's bring the brother. We got Mike in the chat here. Mike, welcome to the stage.
Hey,
Welcome to Harley Initiated, my brother. Can you hear us?
loud and clear. Mic check, mic check.
Do me a favor, Mike. Give me your age, your location, and I want to hear your take on this.
29, California. And Umar's not going to like me because I believe that you can date who you want to date, just don't be a coon. And, you know, we regard Frederick Douglass with high esteem, and he married a white woman at the end of the day. So I look at a man's actions more so than who he dates. And already I'm hitting him with a motherfucking checkmate. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all know I blow the spot up. Y'all know I get into it, I get active, but I'm on this suspected tethers channel. You know, Umar only goes on these channels that are tethers or Pan-Africanist, you know, places he feels real safe. So I said, you know what? I gotta slow cook this motherfucker. I gotta get him chill and lax and calm before I hit him with that uppercut he doesn't see. But god damn it, if I didn't already hit him with a jab cross straight off rip, because you see, people were calling in to share their opinion on the topic at hand, and the topic at hand was Umar preaching against dating white women. So I said, me personally, I don't care who a man dates, just don't be a coon. And we hold Frederick Douglass in such high regard and such high esteem, and he married a white woman at the end of the day, something that Umar Johnson, real name Jermaine Shoemake, something that Jermaine really doesn't want to talk about. His whole claim to fame was lying about being a direct descendant of Frederick Douglass. His next claim to fame was pandering to sisters by saying black men should never date white women. And at the end of the day, Frederick Douglass married a white woman. God damn if we don't get some hypocrisy. And by the end of the stream, this man calls Frederick Douglass a coon. This is how bent out of shape I got this Negro.
Who we gonna bring up on this joint, man? You know what? Let's bring the brother. We got Mike in the chat here. Mike, welcome to the stage.
Hey.
Welcome to Harley Initiated, my brother. Can you hear us?
Loud and clear. Mic check, mic check.
Do me a favor, Mike. Give me your age, your location, and I want to hear your take on this.
29, California. And Umar's not going to like me because I believe that you can date who you want to date, just don't be a coon. And, you know, we regard Frederick Douglass with high esteem, and he married a white woman at the end of the day. So I look at a man's actions more so than who he dates.
Let me respond to my brother, and I appreciate the dialogue because we still brothers even if we disagree.
Yeah, we ain't gonna be brothers by the end of this interaction. Remember, y'all, we starting off as brothers. We starting off as brothers even though we disagree. Let's see if I'm still his brother by the end of this.
I want to clarify the Frederick Douglass piece. You're absolutely right. About a decade before his death as an old man, he married a white woman. But let's not forget about Queen Mother Anna Murray Douglass, who he was married to for nearly 50 years, who gave birth to all 5 of his children, who helped him escape from slavery to freedom, and who ran the Underground Railroad in Rochester, New York during his absence. I'm only bringing that up because we talk about the white woman so much that a lot of our children don't know. Frederick Douglass had a dark skin.
This motherfucker is deflecting like a bitch made nigga. I said, hey, Frederick Douglass, he married a white woman. Well, you see, he did marry a white woman, but we got to remember he married a black woman first, and he was with a black woman, and she was such a good black woman. And remember, he married a black woman first. What are you talking about? So it's cool to marry a white woman if we marry a black woman first and then leave her? What is he talking about? Deflecting in its finest.
About a decade before his death as an old man, he married a white woman. But let's not forget about Queen Mother Anna Murray Douglass, who he was married to for nearly 50 years, who gave birth to all 5 of his children, who helped him escape from slavery to freedom, and who ran the Underground Railroad in Rochester, New York during his absence. I'm only bringing that up because we talk about the white woman so much that a lot of our children don't know. Frederick Douglass had a dark-skinned, chocolate, beautiful, nappy-headed wife. So I want to make sure Anna Murray Douglass gets her due. Now, to your point that we can marry who we want and not be a coon. How is not building a family with a black woman? How can you be exempt from cooning?
What did he just said? What did this man just say? How can you be exempt from cooning if you're marrying a white woman? Sir, did you just inadvertently call Frederick Douglass a coon? You're basically saying it's impossible to not be a coon and marry a white woman. Sir, Frederick Douglass married a white woman. So I got this man so pressed. I got him so bent out of shape. I was the only one to call in and challenge his rhetoric. And he's calling Frederick Douglass a coon right now. Y'all peep game. He said, how is it possible to marry a white woman and not be a coon? Frederick is rolling in his grave.
Your question, to your point, that we can marry who we want and not be a coon. How is not building a family with a black woman? How can you be exempt from cooning if you do not build family with black woman?
So by your own rhetoric, it's okay if we marry a white woman as long as we marry a black woman first.
No, you should not be marrying a white woman at all. If the salvation of the African people rests on the shoulders of the African family, do we not have an obligation to be with our own women?
Interesting. And I believe that you exclusively date sisters, right?
Yes. And what about?
And I slid in there and I understand that you exclusively date sisters, right? Why is it so important for me to confirm whether or not he solely dates sisters? You'll see in just a moment, but I got his confirmation. He just dates sisters. He believes that you can't be a coon if you date or excuse me, he believes there's no way you can't be a coon if you date or marry a white woman. And he's saying himself that I'm wrong when I say I judge a man by his actions, just don't be a coon. He's saying there's no way that you are exempt from cooning if you marry a white woman or even date one. And Frederick Douglass married one. So make it make sense. You calling the Honorable Frederick Douglass a coon right here on live television. Make it make sense, y'all. I'm shocked I got him so bent out of shape. And when I really hit him with the uppercut you don't see, you'll see how it all comes to fruition, okay? You'll see how it all comes to fruition and why I say I judge somebody by their actions.
About the wealth argument. Women on average outlive their husbands. So when we transition, if we married a snow bunny, is she going to use any of your wealth to empower the black community after you're gone, i.e. Kobe Bryant, i.e. Marvelous Marvin Hagler, you know, all these great black men who married these white women? James Earl Jones is an elder. We're not expecting him to go anywhere anytime soon. Is Sidney Poitier still with us, or did he?
I'm not sure.
And guys, my face looks so uninterested because it's so hard for me to be patient and sit through the tether babble. This man is just splaining and babbling and filibustering because he can't think of the next thing to say. It was so hard for me to have this patience, y'all. Patience is a virtue.
Somebody,
I'm gonna look that up.
Look that up, please. I don't want to speak it if it's not correct. We don't want to force no elders into the land of the ancestors before their time.
Well, the only reason I mentioned that I judge a man by his actions is because
he passed. Sidney Poitier passed away, married to a white woman. He was a very wealthy man. That white woman got all the Sidney Poitier's money. That non-African Latino got all of Kobe Bryant's money. That white woman got all of Marvelous Marvin Hagler's money. This is wealth that we need to empower the black community and build institutions. How are you not a sellout if you're giving white people that type of wealth?
How are you not a sellout if you are giving white people that type of wealth? Sir, so far in this conversation, you don't realize it because you're a bit mentally challenged, but so far Mike TV got you so bent out of shape. You have called the Honorable Frederick Douglass a coon and a sellout, and you don't even realize it. You don't even realize it, but right here in 4K, he's called Frederick Douglass a coon and a sellout. Make it make sense, y'all.
This is wealth that we need to empower the black community and build institutions. How are you not a sellout if you're giving white people that type of wealth when they've already stolen enough from us? How could you find a white woman who could ever understand you as well as a sister?
Yeah. Well, the only reason why I mentioned people's actions is because you yourself exclusively date black, yet you're one of the biggest scammers in our community. It's been 12 years. And you still have
Why you do me like that?
Man,
why you do me like that, bro? Oh, man. Oh,
we was going good until Michael went a little left.
Mike, come on.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
I thought the brother was a good brother.
Yeah, and you know,
Come on, y'all. Body language speaks volumes. Your reaction to being called a scammer to your face speaks volumes. Let's peep game, y'all, and let's dissect what we just witnessed. As soon as I call this man a scammer, as soon as I reference it's been 12 years and still no school, this man immediately looks to the host. He immediately looks to the host, then starts nervous laughter as if to tell the host, hey, you got to drop him down right now. And then he starts rubbing his thigh in a very nervous manner, trying to, I thought you was a good brother, Mike. I thought you was such a good brother. Mike, why you gotta do me like that, Mike? Why you gotta do me like that, Mike? You mean your bitch ass can gossip about who's dating who for hours on end, but as soon as somebody mentions you scamming with that school long con, oh, it's get him over. Oh, I thought you was a good brother. I thought you was a good brother, Mike. Why you do me like that, Mike? Why?
Oh,
Well, the only reason why I mention people's actions is because you yourself exclusively date black, yet you're one of the biggest scammers in our community. It's been 12 years if you still haven't.
We gotta let him.
why you do me like that?
Man,
Why you do me like that, bro? Oh man.
Mike,
Oh
we
man.
was going good
Oh,
till Michael
man.
went a little left.
Mike, come
Mike
on.
went a little left.
Body language speaks volumes. Peep game. Yet you're one of the biggest scammers in our community. It's been 12 years if you still haven't.
We gotta let him.
Why you do me like that?
Man,
Why you do me like that, bro? Oh man.
Yet you're one of the biggest scammers in our community. It's been 12 years if you still.
We gotta let him.
Why you do me like that?
Man,
Why you do me like that, bro? Oh man.
Checkmate, motherfucker. Oh, black men shouldn't date white women. Frederick Douglass married a white woman. Oh, well, yeah, but he married a black woman first, and you shouldn't marry a white woman because there's no way for you to not be a coon and not be a sellout. Damn, did you just call Frederick Douglass a coon and a sellout? And Umar, you exclusively date black, right? Well, the reason why I judge a man by his actions is because you exclusively date sisters and you're one of the biggest scamming Negroes in our community. And as soon as he hears a little bit of truth, oh Lord, he gets to shucking and jiving, y'all. Body language speaks volumes. Look at his body language. 12 years.
Why you do me like that? Why you do me like that, bro? Oh man.
The nervous laughter, the rubbing one's thigh, the licking the lips. Oh man, I got him so bent out of shape. I got him so bent out of shape. He'll talk about whether a black man should date a white woman for 4 hours, 4, 5, 6 hours in a row. But if we talk about the school, if we talk about the scamming, oh man, that's a no-no.
Who we gonna bring up on this joint, man? You know what? Let's bring the brother. We got Mike in the chat here. Mike, welcome to the stage.
Hey.
Welcome to Hardly Initiated, my brother. Can you hear us?
Loud and clear. Mic check, mic check.
Do me a favor, Mike. Give me your age, your location, and I want to hear your take on this.
29. Oh, and peep game, Rome King is totally right. You scamming folks. His reply, why you do me like that? The first thing mentally to respond to, he didn't say, no, I'm not. He didn't say, how dare you? I'm building an institution for boys. No, he said, oh, why you gotta do me like that? Damn, he didn't even negate the scam. He didn't even dispel that rumor. Oh, Lord, oh, Lord. Ladies and gentlemen, hit the Cash App or the PayPal if you appreciate me keeping the same energy with these fools to their goddamn face, y'all. If you appreciate me taking the time to pulling up on scamming ass Jermaine Shoemake, goddamn, hit the like button, hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal. Let's go. California, and Umar's not gonna like me because I believe that you can date who you want to date, just don't be a coon. And you know, we regard Frederick Douglass with high esteem, and he married a white woman at the end of the day. So I look at a man's actions more so than who he dates.
Let me respond to my brother, and I appreciate the dialogue because we still brothers even if we disagree. I want to clarify the Frederick Douglass piece. You're absolutely right. About a decade before his death as an old man, he married a white woman. But let's not forget about Queen Mother Anna Mary Douglass, who he was married to for nearly 50 years, who gave birth to all 5 of his children, who helped him escape from slavery to freedom, and who ran the Underground Railroad in Rochester, New York during his absence. I'm only bringing that up because we talk about the white woman so much that a lot of our children don't know. Frederick Douglass had a dark-skinned, chocolate, beautiful, nappy-headed wife.
Deflection. Relevance, Your Honor. So because he had a black wife, a beautiful chocolate African queen first that he left for her white friend, that somehow makes it better, I guess.
So I want to make sure Anna Marie Douglas gets her due. Now, to your question, to your point that we can marry who we want and not be a coon. How is not building a family with a black woman? How can you be exempt from cooning?
So Frederick Douglass is not exempt from cooning. Spoken by Umar.
If you do not build family with black woman.
So by your own rhetoric, it's okay if we marry a white woman as long as we marry a black woman first.
No, you should not be marrying a white woman at all. If the salvation of the African people rests on the shoulders of the African family, do we not have an obligation to be with our own women?
Interesting. And I believe that you exclusively date sisters, right?
Yes. And what about the wealth argument?
Come on, and this is why I judge a man by his actions, not who he dates, because we got a whole lot of black men married to black women, and they cooning like a motherfucker out here in these YouTube streets. Umar is one of the biggest scammers, one of the biggest coons of the conscious Pan-African community, and he exclusively dates black women. So I guess we shouldn't just judge somebody by who they lay up with, huh?
Women, on average, outlive their husbands. So when we transition, if we married a snow bunny, is she going to use any of your wealth to empower the black community after you're gone, i.e. Kobe Bryant, i.e. Marvelous Marvin Hagler? You know, all these great black men who married these white women. James Earl Jones is an elder. We're not expecting him to go anywhere anytime soon. Is Sidney Poitier still with us, or did he?
I'm not sure.
Can somebody
I'm gonna look that up.
Look that up, please. I don't want to speak it if it's not correct. We don't want to force no elders into the land of the ancestors before their time.
Well, the only reason I mentioned that I judge a man by his actions is because
he passed. Sidney Poitier passed away, married to a white woman. He was a very wealthy man. That white woman got all the Sidney Poitier's money. That non-African Latino got all of Kobe Bryant's money. That white woman got all of Marvelous Marvin Hagler's money.
And I guess that white woman got all of Frederick Douglass' money, but you don't want to talk about that. Look at the deflection right before our eyes. Look at the splaining and the deflection.
Is wealth that we need to empower the black community and build institutions. How are you not a sellout if you're giving white people that type of wealth when they've already...
So far, he's called Frederick Douglass a coon, and now he's calling him a sellout. How can you not be a sellout if you're giving white people the wealth? Damn, I didn't know that you talking about the ancestors so greasy, Umar.
Already stolen enough from us. How could you find a white woman who could ever understand you as well as a sister?
Yeah. Well, the only reason why I mentioned people's actions is because you yourself exclusively date black, yet you're one of the biggest scammers in our community. It's been 12 years. And you still have
Why you do me like that? Why you do me like that, bro? Oh, man. Oh,
we was going good till Michael went a little left.
In 12 years.
Why you do me like that? Why you do me like that, bro? Oh, man. Which is a big problem.
Come on, y'all. What can I say? I keep that same energy. I won't just do a live stream about you. I'll pull up on you and say it to your face. And oh man, I had to have so much patience to sit through that babbling and that splaining he was doing. God damn it. It was about a 4 or 5 minute exchange, and 90% of it was him talking about shit that wasn't even relevant to the points I was bringing up. And as soon as I mentioned the scamming, as soon as I mentioned the school, oh, why you gotta do me like that? I thought I was your brother. I thought even if we disagree, I'm your brother. Umar, what happened? I'm uninvited to the cookout. I'm not your bro no more.
12 years.
Why you do me like that? Why you do me like that, bro? Oh, man.
Come on, y'all. Hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal if you appreciate somebody pulling up on this fraudulent ass scheming Negro. Been scamming for decades now, y'all. I was a sophomore in high school when he started raising funds for that school. Word on the street is he's got somewhere between $1.5 and $2 million over the years for that school. And we know it to be true because years ago, about 6 or 7 years ago, he was on with Roland Martin and he said he earned this much years ago.
So how much money was raised? What the people gave? All kinds of people gave. How much was raised, and what's the status of that?
$700,000, and the status is we're still looking for a school, and the status is my start date for FDMG will be 8/21/18, or if at all, it may be delayed to 8/21/19, which is the anniversary of the Nat Turner War.
Damn. So if all those years ago he raised 700,000, guys, he was just talking about GoFundMe right there. He wasn't even talking about the Cash Apps. He wasn't talking about the PayPals. He wasn't talking about the checks and the money orders, y'all. Make it make sense. He has got millions out of the community over the last 12 years under the promise of one day maybe building a school. And right before our eyes, he's gambled away that money.
Credits, hit the Cash App. We got to get money by any means necessary. Frederick Douglass High School renovations coming right up.
By any means necessary, y'all. He's doing raffles for people to win a date with a doctor instead of building the school. Make it make sense.
What do y'all think about a date with the doctor FDMG fundraiser? $100. The sisters will pay a $100 raffle. Sisters will pay $100. And if they win the raffle, they get to pick a social event anywhere in the country. It could be a concert, it could be a sporting event, it could be a festival.
Come on, y'all. He's such a scamming Negro that GoFundMe even suspended his account, y'all. GoFundMe realized that he was scamming, so GoFundMe suspended his account. But wait, there's more. He's such a scammer, he got sued, y'all. He got sued by the state of Pennsylvania, I think it was. I'm pretty sure that it was the state of Pennsylvania that is suing him and making it so that he can no longer collect any donations within that state. Hold up, I got a receipt somewhere, y'all. I am the king of receipts after all. I do have a name to live up to. Let me see if I have the documents here. Give me just a moment. Oh, it was Delaware, y'all. It was Delaware. Yes. And he's going to position it as they're trying to prevent the rise of a black messiah. No, 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 no. And in actuality, guys, I think that was a civil suit. I think that was somebody suing him civilly. The state that sued him, I'm pretty sure the state that sued him and suspended him from collecting donations, I think it was Pennsylvania. Yeah, here it is, guys. Pennsylvania. Umar Johnson is the defendant, y'all. Umar Johnson is the defendant. Oh boy, oh boy. They got this man. They got this man, hook, line, and sinker. So for anybody in the year 2024 that's not convinced that Umar is a scammer, if there's anybody in the year 2024 that believes he's actually going to open the school one day, Lord, you're a lost cause. You are a lost cause, to say the least. There's nothing more that we can do. There's no more convincing to be had. If you still believe this man through all his lies and all his schemes, then hey, a fool and their money are easily parted. And actually, here it is, guys. Here it is. Which state is this? I was correct. The state of Pennsylvania. Cease and desist notice from the state of Pennsylvania, y'all. Come on now. Come on. What does this say? What does this say? In the matter of the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey RBG Leadership Academy, on this 4th day of March 2022, the active secretary of the Commonwealth has found that the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey RBG Leadership Academy P.O. Box is not registered with the Department of State's Bureau of Corporations and Charitable Organizations. Oh, you mean he's getting all these donations? He's scamming motherfuckers left and right. It's going straight in his pocket, and he didn't even have the gall to file himself as a charitable organization. Oh man, he's ignorant. And or has failed to submit all requested documentation to the Department of State, Bureau of Corporations and Charitable Organizations, or the Bureau of Enforcement and Investigation in accordance with the Pennsylvania Solicitation of Funds for Charitable Purposes Act. Umar's dumbass didn't know that they had acts and rules and regulations when it comes to getting donations in the state of Pennsylvania. Oh man, Big Papa's in a pickle, y'all. Big Papa's in a pickle. Hereby orders the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey RBG Leadership Academy to immediately cease and desist from contributions from soliciting contributions on behalf of or as a charitable organization or conducting any services of a professional fundraising council or professional solicitor in Pennsylvania until such time as it provides the Department of the State Bureau of Corporations and charitable organizations with all previously requested information. God damn, they said, hold up, boy. We know you scamming, and we need some documentation. We need you to at least get your paperwork in order. So, guys, he's been sued several times by individuals. He's had his GoFundMe suspended. He got the cease and desist from Pennsylvania. Everybody else knows he's a scammer, but I guess y'all are new to the party, huh? I guess y'all just think that he's just a black man that they trying to keep down. I mean, I don't know what the excuse is these days. Anybody preaching this Pan-Africanism, you got to look at what they're selling you. Maybe it's a fake school that's never going to be built. Maybe they're selling you a travel package. Maybe they're selling you some sovereign citizen package where you don't need a driver's license no more. You know, a Pan-Africanist is always a scamming Negro selling you something. But with that said, ladies and gentlemen, click the StreamYard link if you want to call in and give your opinion. We had a few people that called in earlier. I'm sorry I couldn't get to you in time, but now is the time to call in if you have something to say about the matter. And God damn, I'm sure y'all thought this was clickbait. I'm sure y'all said, what? Mike TV got on the same stage as Umar. How did that go? Oh, you know, these scammers do not like being called out. These scammers get real shifty and start laughing and rubbing on themselves and all these nervous tales, y'all. Body language speaks volumes. 12 years.
Why you do me like that? Why you do me like that, bro? Oh, man.
Well, the only reason why I mentioned people's actions is because you yourself exclusively date black, yet you're one of the biggest scammers in our community. It's been 12 years. If you still have
Why you do me like that? Why you do me like that, bro? Oh, man. Oh,
we was going good till Michael went a little left.
Mike, come
Mike
on.
went a little left.
Oh man, Mike, why you gotta do that, Mike? Why you gotta go left, Mike? It was all good, Mike, but you had to mention the school. You had to mention the scam. Come on, y'all. Come on. As soon as I mention it, he looks to the host. He looks to the host with nervous laughter and says, "Oh, wait. Can somebody hit that button? I told you guys I will only come on your platform if you protect me and defend me from anybody calling me a scammer, from anybody mentioning the school, okay? We are here to gossip about relationship dynamics. I am not here to atone for my sins. Somebody get this man up off the show. Come on. Come on. The nervous laughter, the shucking and jiving. Oh, man. I got Umar out here bug dancing, y'all. I got Umar out here bug dancing. Scammers in our community. It's been 12 years. If you still have
Why you do me like that? Why you do me like that, bro? Oh, man.
Because you're a bitch made nigga, because you're a scammer, because you're a parasite to our community, because you're everything that's wrong with the conscious community, because somebody needs to pull up on you and let you know shit ain't sweet. You got to be held accountable. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. We got Geek Surgeon in the back, coming from the back to the front. Geek Surgeon, where you calling in from?
What's up, brother? What's up? MD,
Hey,
baby.
MD, well, go ahead and let us know what you think about the topic at hand.
Man, I'm glad you talk about this shit, man. Len and Otter been on his ass for the last, 8 years? 9 years?
Mhm.
Man, it's time for some new blood on his ass. Because I remember some years ago, I was going to drive personally to Philly and whoop his ass. I was personally wanting to do that, but I got talked out of it. But I still got an inkling though. I still got an inkling.
I don't blame you. I mean, if he was ever in a town near me, I mean, I can't lie and say I wouldn't have the urge to pull up and, I ain't gonna say I'm assault anybody, but maybe he's gonna trip and fall, or perhaps his face is gonna run into my
I'm not
hand,
the type to. I'm not the type to straight up attack a person, but
all I'm saying is some way, somehow, his face may accidentally run into my hand. That's all I'm saying.
That's all I'm saying. Things happen.
Things happen.
Yeah, I'm glad you pulled up on that show though, man. That was hilarious.
Hey, I had to let him know she ain't sweet. Shit ain't sweet. I saw he was live, and I said, "Damn, I should pull up on him, but I'm tired. I just finished a broadcast. I don't want to wait in line and talk to this buffoon who's just gonna filibuster." But then when I saw he was gossiping about relationships for hours on end, and this motherfucker still ain't built this institution, oh, I had to do it for the
And this nigga
culture.
don't even take
I had
care
to
of
do it
his
for the
own
people.
kids.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, wait a
Papa
minute.
was a
How you
Rolling
gonna talk
Stone, all
about
right.
relationships? He blue pilled as hell. He been catering and cowtown to women so he can siphon money about them. Man, come on, dude. How you gonna try to tell somebody about relationships? Go sit your ass down and build that damn school like you supposed to.
Hey, make it make sense. And real quick, I got to pause the show to acknowledge a contribution that just came through. Jarrett, thank you for the cash app, brother. Jarrett says, for putting Umar in the hot seat. Hey, somebody's got to do it. And if anybody else out there supports me putting Umar in the hot seat, hit the cash app, hit the PayPal, hit the like button, y'all. Come on, somebody has to put him in the hot seat. Shit ain't sweet out here. Shit ain't sweet.
Nah, it ain't sweet. It ain't sweet at all. So I'm glad you pulled up. You pull up again if you need to.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Badger Wolf. He said Mike just got his channel back and now he a target again. Hey, I'm sorry. The block is hot. It's up and it's stuck. If you are a grifter, a scammer, a charlatan, a detriment to our community in any way, then you will get this work. Speaking of which, I'm not sure if you guys know, but yesterday on MLK Day, the NAACP actually kicked out foundational Black Americans for holding up signs advocating for reparations. So this Friday, I'm actually doing an expose on the NAACP as an organization because that's just another leech within our community. They ain't really done nothing for us.
We need to give them that work too. I'm tired of them. All them bootlicks on the CBC, on the Congressional Black Bootlick Caucus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm tired of them jokers. They use our pain and stuff to get a come up. All them jokers ain't even from here.
Facts, and then some. But yeah, real quick, we got another guest I'm gonna bring from the back to the front. We got Happy Life in the building. Happy, where you calling in from?
I'm calling in from North Carolina, baby.
All right, shout out to North Carolina. Well, let me know what you think about the topic at hand.
Well, the so-called king conscious polar bear can't handle a Mike TV. What a shame.
Hey. A lot of people can't handle me, I don't blame them, but again, either way, I've checkmated you because the fact that you won't even acknowledge the accusation, the fact that you nervously shy away from it and give the host visible cues that they need to kick me off, I mean, that speaks even more volumes. That speaks even more to the credibility that I have than him negating it. I mean, if he would have said, "Oh no, I'm actually building an institution. It's going to be open in the year 2028." Goddamn, if you would at least said that, but you didn't even want to address it at all, and that speaks volumes.
He could have let you went on for like 5 more minutes and shit. Like, the fuck?
Hey, come on. It is what it is, what it's going to be. Well, I've got to ask, have you guys seen anybody else pull up on Umar? I mean, when's the last time somebody else pulled up on Umar and called him a scammer to his face? I mean, I know I'm the first one of 2024, but has this ever happened to Umar before? Or does he always make sure that he's in these safe spaces? Yeah.
I don't recall anybody stepping to him face to face.
Damn.
I know Tyreek stepped to Tommy Sotomayor calling him crispy and shit. What up, crispy? And Tommy had the belt.
He made a whole video game out of Tommy Sotomayor, so that's light work at this point.
Yeah. Facts. And yeah, Mark Jones says, Mike, you just beat Umar in a debate. I mean, he doesn't even understand the damage that I did to him. I got him to voluntarily call Frederick Douglass a coon and a sellout. And then he shucked and jived and tap danced away from being called a scammer to his face. I mean, I don't think he really understands what happened to him. I don't think it's really set in yet.
He'll set in soon. He gonna change his content and all that. And then once he goes on his live stream, they gonna say, "What happened to Mike TV?" And then he gonna block some motherfuckers for saying that.
Hey, It is what it is, what it's gonna be. And actually, there was people in the chat that were like, "Whoa, why'd you kick Mike off? Whoa, are you gonna respond to what Mike said?" And radio silence, y'all. Radio silence. He said, "Nah, I ain't gonna address nothing." Matter of fact, let's see how fast they moved on. Let's see how fast they moved on and deflected to the next topic.
Who could ever understand you as well as a sister?
Yeah. Well, the only reason why I mentioned people's actions is because you yourself exclusively date black, yet you're one of the biggest scammers in our community. It's been 12 years and you still haven't.
Why you do me like that? Why you do me like that, bro? Oh man. Oh,
I got a question, Mike.
Yep.
I got a question. Well, who are these guys on this podcast and where are they from?
Some goddamn tethers. Look at the first one. The first one is clearly a tether, hairline receding like a motherfucker, nose pointy as a. He looked like he's Somalian or something. The other dude might be FBA, but peep game, he only goes in safe spaces, either Pan-Africanist channels or tether channels. So, yeah.
He knows where he goes, man.
I was thinking that because I'm like, man, these jokers look kind of suspect. We checking paperwork over here.
We checking paperwork, hairlines, and everything in between. And shout out to Keyshawn. He says that was a great segue into that. Yeah, I had to be smooth with my approach. I had to be real smooth. But let's watch how fast they deflect and get on to the next subject. They just swept that right under the rug like it never happened.
From us, how could you find a white woman who could ever understand you as well as a sister?
Yeah. Well, the only reason why I mentioned people's actions is because you yourself exclusively date black, yet you're one of the biggest scammers in our community. It's been 12 years and you still haven't.
Why you do me like that? Why you do me like that, bro? Oh man. Oh,
why you do me like that?
Mike, come on.
Oh man. I thought the brother was a good brother.
Yeah. And I want to.
If you thought that, why you kick me off?
No problem. Go right ahead. Go right ahead.
And just like that, they on to the next subject. Look at the tether playing defense. You know what? So I want to focus on this other subject over here. Come on, y'all. Come on.
It's too late for that, people.
If somebody pulls up to me face to face and calls me a scammer, and my response is, "Oh, why you gotta do me like that?" Something's real shady.
What's his next stop? Anton Daniels.
I guess. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if he's over there with Anton next, y'all. Come on.
I can't wait till Tyreek and Omar go face to face. That'll be the day.
Umar be ducking Tariq. Umar be ducking Tariq.
Yeah, shout out to James.
He duck anybody that got smoke for him.
James said they moved on so fast, so damn guilty. Yes, y'all, they moved on expeditiously. They moved on like I didn't even bring anything up.
Oh man!
Oh, we was going good till Michael went a little left.
Mike, come on.
Oh man!
Mike, come
I thought
on,
the
man.
brother was a good brother.
Yeah, and
Sure, you kicked me off.
Some of the stuff that we've been hitting here because
No problem. Go right ahead.
Go right ahead. We hit on.
And they already on to the next subject, y'all. They are. Hey, right now Umar is making a note in his phone. Don't talk to any light skinned nigga with freckles named Mike. Okay. He making a note, y'all. I'm on his shit list. I'm on his shit list.
Look. Omar said, I thought the brother was a good brother. Well, if you thought of that, why you kick me off for?
For real. I thought even if we disagree, I'm your brother, Umar. What happened? No accountability, y'all. No accountability at all. If there's anybody new to the stream, hit that like button on the way in. But yeah, y'all, I'm really about mine. As the kids say, I'm standing on business. If I got an opportunity to tell one of these scammers like it is to their face, I'm gonna pull up and I'm gonna do it. It is what it's gonna be.
So which one's worse, the league attorney or Dr. Omar that you had an encounter with?
I'd say Umar, because Umar's actually scammed our community out of millions of dollars and gambled it away right before our eyes.
Credits, hit the cash app. We got to get money by any means necessary. Frederick Douglass High School renovations coming right up.
Yeah, shout out to Keyshawn. He said they stopped taking light-skinned callers after that. Yeah, Umar already has an issue with light-skinned men, so yeah, I think I furthered that divide in his mind. And shout out to Lisa, sister from the UK. I think those are pounds. Lisa says, history made, first pull up on Johnson. Hey, y'all really think I was the first, huh? Let me go ahead and drop a bomb for Lisa. Appreciate the contribution. Hey, I'll be the first, but hopefully I'm not the last. If y'all see Umar lacking in any of these YouTube streets, if he's on any panel, any podcast, and there's a StreamYard link, click that link and let these grifters know we on to you. Don't show your face.
Everywhere.
Mm. Shout out to
So
Rome.
I
Hold on.
guess Dennis Sperling left you.
Hold on. Rome King says Mike provoked light skin PTSD from Umar. He was having flashbacks. Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Badger Wolf. He says, I met Umar in Sac in 2012 at Sac State. He can talk $30 out your pocket if you're not careful. Oh, yeah. Mark Jones says, all lawyers are scumbag, black, white, Jewish, all of them. Speaking of a scumbag lawyer, I think Happy Life was about to mention one. Go ahead, Happy.
I said, Dennis left you alone, huh? He done.
Oh no, not at all. Not at all. Still fighting several copyright strikes. I can't talk about too much of what I'm dealing with behind the scenes with him, but let's just say pretty soon I'm about to be beating an attorney in federal court. So I will provide you guys with some content on that because yeah. The suspected pedophile known as Dennis Sperling has definitely barked up the wrong tree. And we got the geek surgeon back. I know you're having some technical difficulties. You're currently on mute, but go ahead and unmute yourself and hop in whenever you'd like.
What was that you were saying about the illustrious Dennis Sperling?
Oh yeah, me and him are gonna have our day in court sooner than later. So as soon as that's going on, I'll make sure to provide you guys with some live updates.
Ah, okay. Well, I look forward to that stream.
I
Hey,
can't wait.
2024 gonna be a good year. I already pulled up on Umar in the first month, and before the year's out, I'm gonna tell y'all that I beat a scamming ass lawyer in court. So I'm catching bodies this year. I'm catching bodies this year for sure.
Yeah, you caught too many bodies.
Hey, you say too many, I say not enough, y'all. There's a lot of scammers and charlatans and leeches within our community, and I think my work is far from over. And honestly, I don't think my work will ever be over. New day, new scammer, right?
It's a new year. Gotta start from scratch.
Yeah, it's like you
Mm.
cut 5 heads off, 20 pop up.
Exactly. I'm dealing with a hydra, y'all. I'm dealing with a hydra. And yeah, Cat set it all off, y'all. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up this stream unless there's anybody else that wants to call in. And yeah, for anybody who's new to the broadcast, let me go ahead and run the clip back one last time.
Who we gonna bring up on this joint, man? You know what? Let's bring the brother. We got Mike in the chat here. Mike, welcome to the stage.
Hey.
Welcome to Harley Initiated, my brother. Can you hear us?
Loud and clear. Mic check, mic check.
Do me a favor, Mike. Give me your age, your location, and I want to hear your take on this.
29, California. And Umar's not gonna like me because I believe that you can date who you want to date, just don't be a coon. And you know, we regard Frederick Douglass with high esteem, and he married a white woman at the end of the day. So I look at a man's actions more so than who he dates.
Let me respond.
First comment for me is already a checkmate, motherfucker. First comment is already a checkmate. Did Frederick Douglass or did he not marry a white woman? And do we or do we not hold him in high regard and high esteem? I ask you. I ask you. Come on.
You're not gonna like me. That already messes up.
Yep. I gave him a warning, y'all. I gave him a warning. He's not gonna like me. Rome King says Mike set the white woman bait and Umar jumped. Exactly. Come on. I just got to dangle a little bit in front of his face and he started biting.
My brother. And I appreciate the dialogue because we still brothers even if we disagree. I want to clarify the Frederick Douglass piece. You're absolutely right. About a decade before his death as an old man, he married a white woman. But let's not forget about Queen Mother Anna Murray Douglass, who he was married to for nearly 50 years, who gave birth to all 5 of his children, who helped him escape from slavery to freedom, and who ran the Underground Railroad in Rochester, New York during his absence. I'm only bringing that up because we talk about the white woman so much that a lot of our children don't know. Frederick Douglass had a dark-skinned, chocolate, beautiful, nappy-headed wife. So
why did he have to throw nappy-headed in there? He had a beautiful, dark-skinned, nappy-headed wife. I mean, That's kind of a comment in poor taste, right, guys?
Yeah, I wouldn't use those words.
Nappy that's the first
Nappy
time I
headed.
got that. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. In 5 minutes or less, I got Umar to call me his brother, agree with me, call Frederick Douglass a coon and a sellout, and call his first wife, who was black, a nappy-headed sister. Oh Lord, oh Lord. I got this man out of his element. You don't realize the damage I did, but he's gonna learn.
Want to make sure Anna Marie Douglas gets her due. Now, to your question, to your point, that we can marry who we want and not be a coon. How is not building a family with a black woman? How can you be exempt from cooning if you do not build family with black woman?
So he's calling Frederick Douglass a coon, right, guys? And
It
am I
sounds like
reaching?
he literally just called Frederick Douglass a coon. That's what I heard.
He said, "How can you not be a coon? How could you not be one?" Oh Lord, Frederick Douglass is rolling in his grave. This
But
scamming ass
yet,
Negro was
but
throwing
yet
salt on his
he
nap.
used to say, I'm a descendant of Frederick Douglass. I'm a descendant of Ralph
Hashtag.
Lauren.
Respects earlier to the Honorable Frederick Douglass, my direct ancestor, and it's only fitting and it's only with respect that if we're gonna big up the masculine energy, we gotta big up the feminine energy. And we know that Queen Mother Harriet and Frederick Douglass were very, very good friends. Some even say may have been cousins, which means I'm related to Harriet Tubman. I ain't gonna even get into that right now.
Damn, he even trying to throw out there he may be related to Harriet, but he ain't gonna get into all that right now. Oh my gosh.
Hashtag Omar messing with white women behind the scenes and we don't know it.
Come on. Come on, y'all. I might be related to Harriet, but we ain't gonna get all into all that. MLK was my uncle and Malcolm X was my grandpa, but we ain't gonna get into all that. I'm a
Right.
descendant. I'm a
I'm
descendant.
I'm a descendant of DMRBC. I'm a
We need more
descendant
chat
of
now.
Nat Turner.
Come on, y'all. So by your own rhetoric, it's okay if we marry a white woman as long as we marry a black woman first. Second checkmate. God damn it. How many checkmate? I thought checkmate and you're done. I'm just hitting them with blow after blow.
No, you should not be marrying a white woman at all. If the salvation of the African people rests on the shoulders of the African family, do we not have an obligation to be with our own women?
Hey Mike, quick
And I believe that
pause.
you
What about the
exclusively
wealth
date
argument?
Yeah, what's up?
You should have hit him with, well, another man should not really tell another man where to put his man parts, but we didn't tell you where to put your man parts with the conscious stripper. So I mean, why you
Oh
trying to tell
yeah.
other people? Why you trying to tell other people what to do with their body?
Yeah. And shout out
And
to
then
Mila.
another thing.
Where's Umar's black wife at exactly? He is using sisters as throwaways and one night stands while preaching that we should never marry a Becky. Make it make sense. And before Happy jumps in, the Wife School podcast, thank you so much for the contribution. They just gifted a membership to some lucky person in the audience. So shout out to the Wife School podcast. Let me drop a bomb for you. Go ahead, Happy.
And another thing you should have hit them with, well, uh, you got all black couples out here cooning for the white man. So what is that for?
Yeah, he's one of them. That's right.
Yes. And what about the wealth argument? Women, on average, outlive their husbands. So when we transition, if we married a snow bunny, is she going to use any of your wealth to empower the black community after you're gone, i.e., Kobe Bryant, i.e., Marvelous Marvin Hagler? You know, all these great black men who married these white women. James Earl Jones is an elder. We're not expecting him to go anywhere anytime soon. Is Sidney Poitier still with us, or did he?
I'm not
I
sure.
don't know.
Can somebody
I'm gonna look that up.
look that up?
Deflecting and deflecting and deflecting and deflecting. Oh boy, oh
Man,
boy.
you got the patience of
You're
Job,
right,
man.
Mike. You're right. He married a white woman, but first he was married to a nappy-headed black woman and da 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 and Sidney Poitier and yada yada yada. Oh my God, it was so hard to have patience, y'all. He was killing my high.
You got the patience of Job, man. I couldn't have did it. I've been cursing his ass out.
Hey, if you just look at my face, you can see how fed up I am having to listen to this buffoon. I'm just like,
You should have been high though.
I was. He killed it.
Please, I think I don't want to speak it if it's not correct. We don't want to force no elders into the land of the ancestors before their time.
Well, the only reason I mentioned that I judge a man by his actions is because
he passed. Sidney Poitier passed away, married to a
2022.
white woman. He was a very wealthy man. That white woman got all the Sidney Poitier's money. That non-African Latino got all of Kobe Bryant's money. That white woman got all of Marvelous Marvin Hagler's money. This is.
And we got to pause the show to give a huge shout out to Jeffrey. Thank you for the cash out, brother. He says, restore the bandos. Yeah, this man went out and purchased some bandos around the corner from the projects, down the street from a correctional institution. Make it make sense, y'all. Make it make sense. But Jeffrey, thank you so much for contributing to the platform.
Wealth that we need to empower the Black community and build institutions. How are you not a sellout if you're giving white people that type of wealth?
And that's the point where he calls Frederick Douglass a sellout. Am I wrong? Am I reaching? Am I reaching?
Not at all. Not at all. He sounded like he called Frederick Douglass a coon. His idol, he called him a coon.
Damn, called him a coon and a sellout. Called him a coon and a sellout, y'all. God damn, the ancestors are rolling in their grave.
When they've already stolen enough from us, how could you find a white woman who could ever understand you as well as a sister?
Frederick Douglass did. Hey, whenever I hear Umar preaching his xenophobic shit, my reply is always going to be, well, Frederick Douglass did. Yeah. Well, the only reason why I mention people's actions is because you yourself exclusively date Black, yet you're one of the biggest scammers in our community. It's been 12 years. And you still haven't.
Why you do me like that? Why you do me like that, bro? Oh, man. Oh,
we was going good till Michael went a little left.
Mike, come
Mike
on.
went a little left.
I thought the brother was a good brother.
Yeah, and you know, I want to.
Oh, Mike, why you gotta do that, Mike? I thought you was a good brother, Mike. Oh, Mike, why, Mike? Why? I said you was my brother, Mike. No,
Red bone, of course.
12 years.
Why you do me like that? Why you do me like that, bro? Oh, man.
Call a man a scammer, and his reply is, why you do me like that? Then there's truth to the allegations.
Yeah, normally when people don't address what has been accused of them, then yeah, normally they're guilty.
Yeah.
Most people say, "Oh, you're wrong. That's not what it is. You're lying or something." He didn't say that.
I would have said I'm building a school. I mean, I'm for the community. So what do you mean I'm a scammer?
Hey, you guys have more balls than him, to say the least. And yeah, but peep game how he started nervously rubbing on his thigh. I thought he was touching himself for a minute. It looked real awkward how he was rubbing under there and looking like he was jerking on himself a little bit. Like, man, the nervous tells, y'all. The nervous tells. Watch this. Watch this. He starts rubbing under. Why is he rubbing and fiddling around down there? Oh, he nervous. Oh, he's so nervous. Damn, I'm a bad brother for good.
Well, that's somebody. I'm a natural law person. Yeah. What cause and effect? Every cause has an effect. Every effect has a cause. And he know he's goddamn wrong for what he's doing. He knows it. We ain't even got to tell him. Every time we mention it, it just shakes him. His foundation is shook. You can't run. He running from himself. You can't run from himself.
Look, I'll tell y'all this. The only way Omar would have won the whole thing if he said, look, I'm going to have a school ready in 2028 instead of, oh, I'm going to have it ready in 2018. I'm going to have it ready in 19. See, that's where he fucked up. If he would have told the people 2028, we would have been fine.
No, if he said 2099, we'll be all right, man. All right, you ain't gonna build a school, but we'll trust you at your word.
Hey, and
It's too
see,
damn long.
and in actuality, that was my mistake. Hindsight being 2020, I did run out of patience, and it would have been even slicker if before hitting him with the uppercut he didn't see, I hit him with the, well, hey, I've been hearing about your school and anticipating it. Do you have a new start date? And then once I got him to say some new fake ass start date, then hit him with the scamming. But hindsight's 2020, and it was so hard to listen to that motherfucker babble. I'm only human. I'm only human.
Mike don't have no patience. He be on that weed.
Man, he got more patience than me. Even if I was smoking, man.
Yeah, come on. Shout out to Julia, FDMG 2099 family. No, y'all don't understand. FDMG does not stand for the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. FDMG stands for Family, the Money Gone.
Oh
The
wow.
money gone.
Family, the money gone.
Family, the money gone. He gambled it away years ago. Y'all didn't see him in the casino?
Credits. Hit the Cash App. We got to get money by any means necessary. Frederick Douglass High School renovations coming right up.
It's
Damn.
also suspected that he might be on the narcotic too.
Oh no,
Allegedly.
it's been
Allegedly.
suspected. Hey, it's been expected for a long, 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 long time that he is on that crack rock.
They are contacting the college to try to force them to cancel my lecture this Thursday to close out Black History Month. They're claiming I smoke crack.
Yeah, I mean, there's claims of him doing crack, and then he purchases an abandoned building. I mean, things just don't seem to be on the up and up, y'all. Things just don't seem to be on the up and up.
I would have
I think
respected him more. I would have respected him more if he took the money and bought a house. I'd be like, all right, man, at least it was something functional. I mean, he buying something that ain't even functional.
keep
Y'all,
taking.
he
I
literally
would
purchased a bando. Forget functional. Man's literally purchased an abandoned building. There's no way around it. There's nothing he can say, nothing he can do to shy away from the facts, y'all. Does this
That
look like a school or does this look like a prison? This
that
all
joint look
boarded
worse
up,
now. It look
mold
worse
Weld
now.
everywhere.
County.
Trash outside, y'all. He couldn't even see. Oh shit! The Google Street View car is coming through with a 360 camera. Let me clean up out in front real quick. No shame at all. Look at trash bags all out in the street, boarded up windows. Oh look, his little painted rock, y'all. He got his favorite little red, black, and green rock
Mm.
that he likes to broadcast from. Come on,
If
come
That's
on.
probably
black
look worse
people
now
buy
than
into
it
this
did when he
shit,
first bought it.
Hmm.
y'all some bitch ass niggas if y'all buy into this shit.
Hey, would you want your children going to school here? At first, he said it was a boarding school too. Do you want your children to live here? Projects
Man,
around the corner, correctional
And
facility down the street. Come on,
I
y'all.
wouldn't even want my kids around Umar because man, let's say he something may happen to him. Let's just say that.
Hey,
no, I'm gonna call it for what it is. He gonna do some gay activity behind the
That
scenes.
that's what I'm saying. Something's gonna happen to him. I would never have my
mm,
kids around him.
damn, and Prince of Paraphernalia, I feel you, brother. He said Umar got him for $50. Do you know how many people have left me comments saying, "Damn, Mike, Umar got me for some money. Damn, Mike, Umar got me." I mean, he was a slick talker. He was a
$50
slick
for
talker.
what though?
He probably donated, didn't
Yeah, it was probably a donation to the Honorable Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Crack House.
Oh god.
It is what
he?
it.
It's a
Cram
lot of
Hey,
it's
pocket
a
hey,
lot of
bun.
people donated.
hey. Funny enough, I've had some people hit my Cash App and been like, "Yo, Mike, I gotta send you some money to repent for my sins of donating to Umar." So I mean, there's a lot of people out there with some guilty consciences. Okay, a lot of people out there, and yeah, he got him for a donation, $50, and he got hundreds of thousands of people for $50 as well. Come on, y'all.
Listen,
Uh,
if
uh,
I'm Omar, I'd rather spend the money on Sukiana than this school.
Damn.
Where I'm from,
Mhm.
I was looking at Lennon's stream a few weeks. I think it was last week or something like that, and he had some Latino chick coming through there with a group of people. I
Yep.
think he might be trying to turn one of them rooms into a studio.
No, he said that. He said that verbatim. He was trying to turn a room into a studio, and He's talking about all these sports teams he's gonna have, and so far the only thing he's done in the years that he's had that building is painted the gymnasium. So yeah, not a lot of progress. Not a lot of progress at all.
He gonna wait till the world shut down and then and then ditch all of us. He like, fuck
Hey, I got an idea. Let's have the migrants go there and they can room there.
He about to turn it into a migrant center before he ever gets
Yeah,
recruited.
let's do that. It'll be used. Now I don't know how we will get the lights and stuff on and some running water up in there, but hey, at least they be out the cold.
Mm-mm. Hey, and shout out to Save Brother. Save Brother says in the future, I believe Umar's hologram is going to be asking for cash apps from beyond the grave. Family the money gone. Family the money gone. And yes, Mila, we got the principal gambling away the school money right before our eyes.
Credits. Hit the cash app. We got to get money by any means necessary. Frederick Douglass High School renovations coming right up.
We got the principal shirtless talking about making love.
More cash apps. Any more cash apps? Just know the feds and the FBI watching. Of course. That goes without saying, my brother. That goes without saying. That goes without saying. How is the school coming? We pushing, brother. We pushing. I got a big booty and it's juicy. You better cut it out. She said she got a big booty and it's juicy. Sisters, let's do the work first. Don't worry. We're going to make love. Oh, we're going to make some love. You better believe that. Okay. But let's do the work first, my beautiful African queens. Let's do the work. Let's do the work.
Principal is shirtless talking about making love, y'all. Shirtless and talking about making love. Make it make sense. And shout out to Bridget. Bridget came through with a gifted membership. Thank you so much for the contribution. And shout out to the new lucky member of the channel. And yeah, who was it? Jeff says someone donated $5. He said, I like the 5, but next time make it 20. Damn.
Yeah, I do remember that video.
Hey, Jeffrey. Hey, Jared. I appreciate y'all sending me a 10 on the cash app, but next time make it 20, my brother. It's like, what the fuck are we talking about? You know how disrespectful that is? Like, you're already receiving a donation out of the kindness of someone's heart. Like, damn, that's so grimy. The nerve, grown ass man living off donations. Make it make sense.
Hey, Mike, I remember he did a video. I think he was in some restaurant, and I don't think he had enough money to pay for it. As for cash apps,
no,
and somebody sent him like $20 or something like that.
Damn. Hey, family. I need some money for some Mexican food after this stream, so I need. Oh my god, that is so ridiculous. That is so damn ridiculous.
Trying to make a living. I'm trying to pay for this Sukiana chick.
Hey, at the end of the day, though, it's my fault because Umar is a leader in our community trying to do something for boys, and I'm just tearing down pillars of the community. Yet you're one of the biggest scammers in our community. It's been 12 years. If you still have
Why you do me like that? Why you do me like that, bro? Oh man.
Yet you're one of the biggest scammers in our community. It's been 12 years. If you still
Why you do me like that? Why you do me like that, bro? Oh man.
Damn. Can you at least try to negate the lie? Can you at least, oh, that's not true. Hey, family, I want to clear up a misconception about me being a scammer. No, it's why you do me like that. Okay.
Why you caught me in this lie? Oh shit.
I thought you was my brother, Mike. I thought we was brothers.
You're supposed to look out for my lies, brother.
In 12 years.
Why you do me like that? Why you do me like that, bro? Oh man.
I'm a bad guy, y'all. I'm a bad guy. I'm sorry. I will stop defaming the leaders in our community, and I will stop preaching against Pan-Africanism. Next time you see me on stream, I'll have a dashiki and a onk, and I'll be telling
I
us all that we are one with the Africans.
I got a question. I don't know if Lennon Honor or some of the other people that have been following Umar, but has he filed any taxes? Has the IRS been on his ass? I mean, has anybody got any kind of news on that?
Well, coincidentally, Umar's biggest protection against the claims that he's a scammer, and I see somebody backstage by the name of Jeffrey. Jeffrey, I'll bring you up in just a moment. Thanks for joining. Umar's biggest defense against being called a scammer is pushing this false narrative that he's been audited by the IRS. We've seen no evidence of him being audited. Even if he was audited, they're not looking into whether or not he's building a school or what he's doing with donations. They're just making sure he pays income tax. So the IRS don't even give a damn about whether or not he's building a school. But his biggest deflection lately is, oh no, family, the people who say I'm scamming is a hater because I've been audited by the IRS and everything's been found fine. Sir, GoFundMe kicked you off their platform for suspected scamming. You've been hit with lawsuit after lawsuit, and you got a cease and desist from the state of Pennsylvania, making it so that you cannot solicit donations in their territory any longer. So, the only way he can combat that is running around lying, saying that he's been audited by the IRS. But no,
So the
IRS only wants to
GoFundMe.
cut. Yeah.
So the GoFundMe, like what went on there? Like, did he overdo it? Did he abuse the donation list, or?
He had already collected $600,000 or $700,000 under the guise that he was going to start a school, and the GoFundMe was active for like a couple of years at least. And over time, people started hitting up GoFundMe like, this dude isn't actually building the school. Like, what's going on? And whenever GoFundMe gets a hint that you may be doing a scam, sometimes they'll actually refund people back, or at bare minimum, they'll suspend your GoFundMe so you can't keep collecting donations. And this is a post he made himself on Instagram. It's not like I doctored this in any way. Look, he says, this is his Facebook page, actually. It says, Ifan Tunde versus the state. GoFundMe will suspend our account in 48 hours. It says, hello, doctor. We have not received a response from you regarding our last message. Please address the following within 48 hours to avoid removal of your account. Please know that this is not an attack on you, but to make sure that the funds raised on GoFundMe are used in line with the purpose of your campaign. Additionally, our team is here to work with you to prove the validity of your campaign, and your cooperation is appreciated. So you're telling me that they're looking into the validity of his campaign, making sure that the funds are being used for the correct purpose, and Umar leaves them on red. Umar don't even want to respond to GoFundMe's request for validation, so they
Oh my
suspended his
God.
ass. Yeah. He don't even want to reply to GoFundMe, just like he don't even want to reply to me when I call him a scamming ass Negro to his face.
12 years.
Why you do me like that? Why you do me like that, bro? Oh, man.
Umar said he's the prince of pineapple pan pizza. He don't need to answer to nobody. He don't need to answer to GoFundMe. Make it make sense, y'all. Make it make sense. And we got
pineapples.
And real quick before we wrap up the stream, we got Jeffrey Brown coming from the
Frank
back to the front.
shit.
Jeffrey,
hello,
where you calling in from?
I'm calling in from Florida, craziest state in the state. I like to say you're doing a great job right now getting on Umar's ass. That makes me happy because I feel like I know that Lord Jamar got on him. I know that Lennon Honor got on him, and I'd be on that show just listening because I'm a cookie
Shout out
crush.
to Lennon.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a
Huge
cookie
shout out
crush.
to Lennon.
Yeah, I'm a cookie crush black. I can't even say it right now. I'm a member of the CCC.
Okay.
I'll be watching
Cookie
that
Crush
most
Chat.
time. Yeah, Cookie Crush Chat. I'll be watching that most time for like a good laugh because I'm thinking Umar is just weighing the IRS on his ass right now. That's what always kind of angers me a little bit because I'm like, if he was anybody else, he'd be in court TV right now. He'd be on American Greed. You know what I mean?
Hold on, brother. I think this speaks to the modern day COINTELPRO 2.0. The FBI don't even got to infiltrate us. They just have to prop up a cooning, scamming ass Negro. The fact that he gets all the airtime on the Breakfast Club and all these other media platforms speaks volumes.
And to me, it's funny because it's like he's been doing this for like 12, 14 years. Anybody else within like 2 or 3 years would have just been caught, like homie remember that Hellcat guy? Remember him? They caught him real quick.
Omni with the Hellcat, yeah.
Yeah, that guy. I remember when that came. I'm like, well, damn, they caught him before they caught Umar. I mean,
wait, hold on real quick. Hold on. King Divine, the StreamYard link is posted. I urge you to click the StreamYard link and let us know how you feel. If anybody agrees or disagrees, you have the floor to call in and state your opinion. And we can easily educate you on what we're talking about, because the bando is not a school.
But yeah,
I want to say, Mr. King, come in cautiously now. Come in cautiously. You're gonna get roasted if you talking stupid.
But yeah, I've been following this for so long because even my brother told me about it. I'm like, I was laughing a little bit because I'm like, yeah, he's been talking about I'm gonna make a school for children. I'm like, okay, where's the school? And then you see the bandos, you see the dope themes out there and stuff. It just looks pitiful. It's like, and people are still giving him money, and then also he's up there mistreating women, and then being homophobic and transphobic, and those are the things that got me like, no, I don't like this guy and fuck him, because everything he does is just to demean other people and demean them and then take their money. It's like a humiliation kink, but it's not like in a way where if you did it as a dominatrix, you get paid for it. But if you're like, I guess, a struggle hotep motherfucker, it's like it's cool or something like that. Where it's like, you know what, sex workers, because I know Umar, I can look at him and tell, yeah, you do more than just strippers, man. And yeah. Black, white, whatever, you're sticking your dick in it. So you ain't fooling nobody, all right? You're just saying, oh, I don't like white women. Like you've been crushing a lot of white cookies on the side. So you have a nice place to stay right now. I wouldn't be surprised if he's up there crushing soccer moms or whatever, because knowing him, that's probably what he's doing. He's saying, well, you're wrong if you date white women or marry white women, but he's probably doing it on the side. I mean, there was that whole situation with that woman who was at the Cherry Hill Mall, the Persian Queen. That one, I still to this day, I laugh at that one. I'm like, Umar, you know what you're trying to do on camera. Say, no, she just wanted my autograph. Like, no, you probably going to get with her.
Umar ain't turning down no cookie. Umar is trying. Hey, he'll say consciousness over coochie, but behind closed doors, he preaches the opposite.
Politics over punani. It is revolution over romance. Get your mind right, family. This is Garveyism. This is Nkrumah. This is Lumumba. This is Kamathi. This is Kwame and
I mean, it's funny to me because I'm like, yeah, you say all that, but you doing the opposite. You eating zebra cakes and Twizzlers in bed with your shirt off. You got somebody handing you your pants, and yet you're talking some black power. Like, and I'm like, I like what Lemon on says. What kind of man? Make it make sense. And what kind of man? I mean, at this point,
wait. And real quick, King Divide, you've already been invited up, so please don't be like the stereotypical Umar cult follower who only says chicken shit things in the chat. Click the link and call in. As of now, your chat privileges are revoked. You can no longer post comments in the chat. The only recourse you have if you want to be heard is to click the StreamYard link and call in. Let us know what you're talking about. Mr. Umar actually does have a school. Umar actually has a school. I mean, his school's boarded up, and there's mold all on it, and trash
there's
bags on the
zombies
outside,
in there.
and there's no staff, and there's no desks, and the HVAC doesn't work, and the plumbing doesn't work, and the electrical doesn't work, and he doesn't have a single student, but he has a school, guys. He has a school.
The Toxic Avenger lives in there, and he's paying rent. All right. I mean, at this point, that's what it is. It's and then you know how Umar loves to go to graveyards and crazy shit and talk about buses and
wait, and for all the bullshit he talks about ending the school to prison pipeline, sir, why did
it's
you
right
get
next to
a
the prison.
abandoned school? Yeah, right next to the prison. Your kids are a short walk away from prison.
Get the bathroom situation fixed. Get the bathroom situation fixed.
You better get a HVAC bathroom. I mean, this is a disaster. I mean, it's only funny because it's like you got these buildings and you're doing dick with any of them, and you can only fool so many people. Till a lot of people after a while are gonna come at you and be like, "Hey, where's my money?" It's gonna be more than this 5 or 10. And them women you've been with, heaven forbid to get with somebody who's like, "Oh, well, you mean you've been given this jackass money? Hey, I'm gonna go up there and help you get your money." But the other thing that got me pissed at him was the thing about super soaking women who come up there in pajamas and sex crumbs and all that. I'm like, who says that? Number two,
what principal do you know shows up on camera shirtless talking about making love or crushing cookies? I mean, this is not behavior fit of a
none that I know. It's like, fuck that. No, you don't, because you lose your job. Yeah, you the principal. Okay, yeah, you the principal, but
come home frustrated and she had a bad day and the things just didn't go right and she ain't gonna want to be caressed and she ain't gonna want to be massaged and she ain't gonna want a forehead kiss. She gonna want her cookies crushed. Every once in a while, your queen is going to want her cookies crushed. And when your queen needs you to crush those cookies, you have to be able to meet the demand. Every sister, I don't care how spiritual she is, I don't care how feminine she is, every once in a while, she want cookies crushed.
this jackass, I tell you, it's like,
Is that a dildo he was holding up? Like, what kind of phallic object was that he was holding
It probably was knowing him. I mean, he's freaky son of a bitch. I mean, up here talking about some. I mean, this whole thing with this guy just worrying about who other people are having sex with or not. It ain't none of his business. And even what gay people do, it's like none of your business, man. They ain't studying you, but now you want to make it your business. It's like after a while, I just see a big line around the block just ready just to lay hands on Umar, you know, and not in a Christian way, because I'm just like, how does this guy wake up in the morning? I know why, because he's fiending, but how could he do the same old thing like this over and over and over and over and not think that a lot of people are going to come at you, right? And you're doing a good job, Mike. Like I said, you, Lemon, and everybody else who are just calling this asshole out for what he is.
Honestly, I mean, wait, I'm not trying to toot our horns or anything, but besides me and Lennon, I really don't see nobody else holding him
There should be more
fire at
people.
all. Yeah,
There should be more people.
If anything, I see so many Pan-African channels supporting him and reposting his videos and defending him. I really don't see nobody calling him out, but me and Lennon.
But there should be more of y'all. I mean, there was like anti-Afro Spengali. She was calling him out a lot. I remember her. I used to watch her channel a lot. There was Make a Change. I was watching him. Then also there was that one guy pocket watching. Oh yeah, KKC. I'd be in the chat of that show too. There was a lot of shows that I was following on all this. Yeah, a lot of them made me laugh, but also made me go like, damn, there should be more people talking about it. I want to see him on court TV in the orange jumpsuit. You know, the judge.
The powers that be like Umar right where he is, because he's keeping our people in a state of perpetual stasis.
But this asshole should be in prison right now or something. I mean,
should be.
I mean, he should, and that's how I feel. I feel like this asshole should be serving time, because what he's doing is scamming people. It all adds up into the millions and the thousands. I mean, this asshole should be on American Greed, you know, narrated by Stacy Keach saying, well, this Hotep guy did all these crimes. But before that, he was just a school psychologist, or was he? He wasn't even a real doctor. I mean, I'm just picturing how it'd be like a 5-episode arc of like, he started this, and then he got this, and then Here he is right now. Like Bernie Madoff shit. It's
And
all
actually, real quick, something that I want to touch on that many people don't even realize is not only is he a scammer, not only is he a coon, not only is he a sellout, not only is he taking advantage of single mothers with troubled boys, but he actively speaks against us getting reparations.
Oh no. We need that money. What's he up here?
Let me ask you a question. The question on the table. If we get reparations, will that help us? If somebody is mentally ill.
Right off rip, he's equating foundational Black Americans as somebody that's mentally ill. What an interesting comparison.
In a mental asylum, mental hospital, you give him $1 million.
Gone.
Does it reverse the illness?
No, I don't.
Does it do anything to treat his problem?
No.
So let's take that to a community. If a community has no institutions, no way to trap.
Maybe we don't have institutions because your scamming ass won't build one, but got all the money in the world to do so.
Hey, Mike. He even what he just said. If you give a mental person $1 million, what is he going to do with it? Well, he's a prime example. He's the poster child of that.
Yep. Give somebody $1 million and they have mental health issues. They're gonna gamble the money away.
Hit the cash app. We got to get money by any means necessary. Frederick Douglass High School renovations coming around.
They're gonna spend it on crack rock.
They're claiming I smoke crack.
They're gonna try to do raffles to hook up with Black women.
What do y'all think about a date with the doctor FDMG fundraiser? $100. The sisters will pay a $100 raffle. Sisters will.
And they're gonna keep on begging for donations.
Any more cash apps?
Yep.
I mean, what kind of man? All right. I mean, I just like, this asshole. I mean, if he did, I want to see him one day just rip off the wrong person and they come at him with everything they got and his ass is like stupid Alex Jones in court looking stupid because like, oh, well, you got to pay. Because, maybe I'm just too much about logic. I'm like, you can't do this and you can't do evil and expect just to keep doing evil and nothing happens to you. It's like eventually.
But let's continue. Let's continue to hear his rhetoric on why he believes that we should not get any reparations.
But don't you think that if we got reparations, that would have helped?
Let me ask you a question. The question on the table. If we get reparations, will that help us? If somebody is mentally ill in a mental asylum, mental hospital, you give him $1 million.
Gone.
Does it reverse the illness?
No, I don't.
So he thinks the Black community are mental ill people in a mental hospital, and if we got reparations, it wouldn't reverse the illness. What the fuck is he smoking?
I'm like this.
Oh wait,
money.
yo, I know. I know what he's smoking.
They are contacting the college to try to force them to cancel my lecture this Thursday to close out Black History Month. They're claiming I smoke crack.
Well, that's where his money's going. That's where all his money's
anything
going.
to treat his problem.
No.
So let's take that to a community. If a community has no institutions, no way to trap the money in their community, they own none of the institutions, and you drop a couple $1 trillion in that community.
It's over.
How is that money going to benefit the people when all the institutions in the community that are going to take their money are not owned by people who look like them? I'm going to ask it another way. If we don't responsibly spend the money we already have,
how can we spend more?
What makes you think giving you more is going to change your situation?
Yeah, you're right. If our money is easily parted by scammers and grifters such as yourself, god damn, make it make sense.
I'm like this. If I got $1 million, it'd be life-changing money. And if you got it, it'd be life-changing money. A lot more people, Black people, we all could use that money to improve our lives. Umar, he would just get on a bender. Probably go to Vegas, probably gamble that money, probably owe somebody a lot of money for that gambling that money, running back to Delaware. His cycle would just keep going. He would use that money just to ruin his life more than what it is right now because he's more dustier than Ashy Larry. I mean,
oh, and real quick, we've got another guest backstage. I'm gonna bring him from the back to the front. We've got Kim joining the show. Kim, where are you calling in from? Oh, you're on mute, Kim. We'll give him a moment to get it together. And 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. All right, Kim, where are you calling in from? Oh, wait, he muted himself again. All right, if we can't get it together, we gotta kick you from the studio and have you click the link and try again. But yeah, let's see what else Umar has to say.
Now, let me say this. I want to be clear. I support reparations.
Okay. For sure.
I support it. The reparations movement was born from the Pan-Africanist movement. I support reparations.
No, it wasn't. What the fuck is he talking about? No, it wasn't. King was the first one I heard talking about coming to get our check.
What I don't support is thirsty, opportunistic Negroes who are pushing for reparations externally before we have delivered reparations internally.
What the fuck is getting reparations internally even mean, for one? For two, how are you going to try to call people greedy Negro? What? What the nigga who's scamming for cash apps and donations? He just called us what?
Don't support is thirsty, opportunistic Negroes.
Guys, if a foundational Black American advocates for reparations, in Umar Johnson's mind, we are a thirsty, opportunistic Negro. Keep that in perspective, y'all. We are a thirsty, opportunistic Negro if we advocate for what we are due and owed. God damn, y'all. This is the first time I watched this. And coming from the back to the front, we got Jay Dizzle in the building. Jay, where you calling them from? Oh, Jay, we can't hear you, but your microphone is not muted. Let's see if we can get it together. Jay, going once, going twice. I'm going to leave you up here, Jay. I'm just going to put you on. Oh, it won't even let me put you on mute. I don't know what's going on with Jay. We got Kim coming again from the back to the front. Kim, can you hear us okay?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Thanks for trying again.
All right. Well, it looks like I finally got it.
Yeah, let us know where you're calling in from and what you think about the topic at hand.
I'm calling from Georgia. I've been following this Umar saga for some time. Having the sense enough to know that it's a scam. You'd be surprised how many young people get taken in by someone like an Umar Johnson and believe what he says, give money, etc. Only to find out later on that it's a scam. So I congratulate you all for having the presence of mind to know from the beginning that this is a scam. The second thing I wanted to say is that there are several people who are online who have been documenting and following this saga. I'm sure you're familiar with Len and Honor. KKC. There's a channel called Let's Get Into It with E&J. They do Umar content, but they do other content as well. And there's a blog called True Black Anonymous at blogspot.com. And that individual has been chronicling in all of the various things that, Umar has been doing. So those are some sources for you all to check out. There's another podcast called The Podnas, Podnas, Podnas. 3 guys who are friends, and they talk about various things, including Umar Johnson. So those are some sources for you all to check out and to share with others if you like. I think this thing has been going on since what, 2010 or something like that?
2010.
It's 2024. It's been 14 years. There's clearly not going to be a school. I think that we need to find a way, collectively speaking, find a way to put this Umar Johnson thing to bed. Like, we need to be done with him. I don't know what that looks like or what that means, but I think we just need to be done with him. He's not produced anything.
Mm-hmm.
Name me one thing he's produced that's been worthwhile.
Not even an online
A
class.
bunch, a bunch
Nothing.
of hot air, a
Nothing.
bunch of hot
Hey,
air.
Nothing.
in the same time that he's been continuously raising money for donations under the guise of building an institution, in that same time, Tariq Nasheed's done like 8 documentaries, got a museum, is rallying for
Yeah.
reparations. I mean, we have easy examples, easy case studies that we can look
Yeah.
at to somebody who's actually putting
And
in
I'm
some
not
work and someone who's not.
particularly a Tariq Nasheed fan. I'm not especially a Tariq Nasheed fan, but one thing I will say about Tariq Nasheed, he does produce something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't particularly care for his business model, but at the end of the day, he does. If he says he's doing a documentary, there's a documentary. If he says
You
he's
can't say the
going
same
to
for
open a
Umar.
facility, yeah. If
Mm-hmm.
Tariq says he's going to open some sort of facility, he opens a facility. Whether you like his business model or not, he does actually produce something.
Mm-hmm.
Q Butter. There's a guy in, I think he's in Brooklyn. He calls himself Q Butter. He's
Okay.
produced something. He actually has a school. He's teaching kids. I saw a video of him talking about how he's teaching kids calculus. You know, he's got them into the STEM thing, the science and math thing. You know, they're refurbishing computers. During the pandemic,
Yeah.
he gave laptops out to students so that they can do their work while they were, while we were all locked in because of the pandemic. You know, that's actually producing something. That's actually contributing
Mm-hmm.
something. Umar has contributed nothing that I've seen. The only thing I've seen is a couple of block parties where he fake married 2 women. Don't even get me started on
Yeah.
that. And
Boy, oh boy.
he he bought some rat trap buildings that he's calling a school.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I've seen.
And believe it or
Other than
not,
that, I've seen
I get comments
nothing.
to this day. I get comments to this day from his cult followers, talking about why are you disrespecting Umar? He's doing such great things. Look, just 3 hours ago, somebody commented on my last Umar video and said, "This is sad to see within the same community such divisiveness, criticizing the man and not supporting the idea. Anyone here enthused with creative and constructive plans to build a school?" Like, what the fuck are you talking about? This person
Yeah, I don't
says
know
it's
what they're talking
sad,
about. I
sad
think
how
these are people
people
who
try to
are
break down a man who is trying to help him. Sad, sad, oh sad. Yeah, Umar's trying to help us, all
uh-huh.
right, guys. So much
Uh-huh.
help we get from
I don't
Umar.
see any I don't see any results. After 10, how many years? 14 years of this, and he's produced nothing. It's just time to let it go. Just let him go. Just stop.
Mhm.
It's just time to let him go. I think the people that you're hearing from are likely people who are new to the Umar thing.
Yeah.
And pretty soon they're going to cycle out and there's going to be more new people. That's the sad thing about this because it's internet based. You know,
Yep.
I know of a guy who gave money to this cause, quote unquote cause, figured out it was just a bunch of nonsense. He cycled
Mhm.
out, and then some more people will cycle in,
Yeah.
and then when
But
they
well,
figure out it's a
that's
bunch of
why he goes
nonsense.
on to the Breakfast Club and all that
Yep.
stuff, so he can cycle
Yeah.
in some new people.
Right after he
So,
does an
he
appearance on the
goes on those
Breakfast Club, he
platforms.
brags about how his donations increase. He gets a
Sure.
influx of donations right after appearing on the
Sure.
Breakfast Club. And
Sure.
that platform is known to promote verifiable scammers. I mean, Jay Morrison, Cesar Pina, DJ
Polite.
Envy. I mean, Polite. Yeah, come on. No integrity over there.
Well, maybe it's time to start boycotting those platforms.
No, I don't watch him shit. Yeah.
You know,
For forever who's still
because if
tuning
you're
in, y'all better
presenting to us,
boycott.
yeah, I mean, I don't pay attention to the Breakfast Club that much myself, but
Mhm.
if these platforms is Fox Soul and Breakfast Club and all these other platforms are continuing to have them on, boycott them. Stop watching them.
Yep. Facts.
Write them and say, don't have this dude on. Here's why.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and you know what? Real quick, we've got another guest coming from the back to the front. We've got King Divine in the building. King, let us know where you're
I'll
calling in
step down.
from
Thank
and
you for your time,
what.
fellas.
Okay, yeah, thanks for calling in, sister. King Divide, let us know where you're calling in from and what you think about the
Sure.
topic at hand. Oh, King Divide dropped off, so never mind. Before we close out the stream, I want to do a bit of a roundtable of closing remarks. So why don't we start with the Geek Surgeon? Go ahead and provide us with some closing remarks, brother. Geek Surgeon, are you there? Are you AFK? Geek Surgeon going once. Geek Surgeon going twice. Geek Surgeon going 3 times. All right, Happy Life. Why don't you start us off with closing remarks? Go ahead, Happy Life.
Well, goddamn. So my prediction is Dr. Omar, and I'm saying allegedly, I think Dr. Omar is working with them white hats, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
And he does this to scam to get more money to buy him a house. And my prediction is when all hell breaks loose and lockdowns were to come, he's gonna do his thing. He gonna rent him an underground bunker. That's what the cash apps is for. He gonna do that, and then he just gonna let the chips fall. That's my remark.
Man, all right. Well, thanks for calling in, brother. It's always good to hear from you. You have a good one. All right, and I think we're still waiting for the Geek Surgeon to join us. But we got Samsung coming from the back to the front. Samsung, where you calling in from?
Hey, Mike, I'm in Toronto.
All right. And where are you from originally?
South America.
All right, sounds good. I think you've called in before, but I get people mixed up all the time. Let
Yeah,
us
no,
know
I
what
got
you think
crossed
about the
over. Can you
topic at
hear me all
hand.
right? Because I'm hearing cut out when you talk.
Yeah, no, I can hear you all right. Let us know what you think about the topic at hand.
Yeah, what I was saying is that's pretty good how you got in there. But what was interesting is how the show host cut you off. They didn't give you a chance to finish your statement. If they're hosting a show and you're a guest on the show and you're just, making a statement, they should have said, well, Mike, why do you say that? You know what I'm saying? They just cut you right
Mhm.
off. So it
Yep.
kind of lends itself to think that they're part of the hustle or the grift.
Oh yeah, yeah, and if you look at the screen, I mean, as soon as I mention the scamming, he immediately starts with a nervous laughter and looks to the host as if to cue to them, "Hey, we got to get him up out of here. We got to get him up out of here." Mm-mm-mm. But yeah, I think it definitely speaks volumes. But yeah, you have the floor, Samsung. Let us know
Hey,
how.
Mike, I'm gonna have to drop off on this because it's cutting out. It's just lagging, cutting out really bad. So I don't want to
Oh,
interrupt your stream. But just last note, if you can hear me, I just want to say when I saw that piece, I'm saying this in a respectful, fun, humorous way. I was like, "Damn, Mike's a shithead. I can't believe he just pulled that off." And they didn't know who you were. I was like, "Here comes this train wreck, and they have no idea of the tunnel they're about to go into."
nah, they had no
So I
idea at
can't hear
all.
you. I don't know if the stream's working right, bro. But I see you laughing. I see you laughing. So you respectfully understood how I said that, right?
Yeah, we good. We good, brother.
All right, cool. I'm gonna drop off the stream on this and catch you on another more in a bigger stream where we can talk about some more serious things in a more factual way. Not saying what you're doing here, but I see you got to go and everything. All right. Thanks
Yep.
for having me on,
Talk to
man.
you later. Peace. Oh man, oh man. Yeah, Redbone, he gambling that money, y'all. He gambling that money. Oh boy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hit the like button, hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal. If you support your boy, keeping that same energy, standing on business, pulling up on these scammers, these grifters, these charlatans, and letting them know we will hold them to the fire. You are not exempt. You are not excused from your actions. Every time I see you in these YouTube streets, I'm pulling up and I'm reminding you, you a scamming ass Negro. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we will be live again tomorrow with a special Disagreement Day smoke show. So if there's anybody that disagrees with Mike or any of my talking points throughout the last year or two, then tomorrow is the time to call in and speak your piece. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. You could have been anywhere in the world this evening, but you were here with me, and I thank you for it. Until next time, peace.
That's why I don't got love for bitch. Oh, that's why Too Short need 40 say bitch. So homie, please don't marry that bitch. Don't do it.
Yet you're one of the biggest scammers in our community. It's been 12 years. If you still haven't.
Why you do me like that? Why you do me like that, bro? Oh, man.
Yet you're one of the biggest scammers in our community. It's been 12 years. If you
Why you do me like that? Why you do me like that, bro? Oh, man.
That's why I'll never be
Cash apps. Any more cash apps?
See me, I get everything I wanna get. I have some fun with it and make her mama trip. Cause if I'm in her life, it's a problem. A real player's at your girl, you better stop it.
So how much money was raised? What the people gave? All kinds of people gave. How much was raised, and what's the status of that?
$700,000, and the status is we're still looking for a school, and the status is my start date for FDMG will be 8/21/18, or if at all, it may be delayed to 8/21/19, which is the anniversary of the Nat Turner War.
Turn your back on the bitch, she ain't acting right. He hit it way before you, now he's back in her life. What you gonna do when you lose her? She got a nigga on the side just to use her. If it's me, I'm parking at the front door, and you be knocking on her bedroom window. You see the shadows, you hear the sounds, but you don't do nothing. You just turn back around like a bitch.
That goes without saying. How is the school coming? We pushing, brother. We pushing.
Black mother. You know what? At the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy, I'm going to have a Super Soaker water gun. At the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy, I'm going to have a Super Soaker water gun. Invented by a black man, by the way. Invented by a black man, by the way. Invented by a black man, by the way. I'm going to have a Super Soaker water gun. And if any black mother walks into the doors of the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey RBG International Leadership Academy for Pan-African Excellence in your pajamas, I'm telling you now, if you walk into my school in your pajamas, I'm a super soaker your ass from head to toe. And I'm going to make sure I mess your hair up, your weave in the process. I'm telling you now. See, we an independent school. We can do that. We not a charter school. We not a charter school. We not a public school.
There was a lot. She got a lot of bitch in her, but not more than you. I never underestimate what you want to do.
12 years.
Why you do me like that? Why you do me like that, bro? Oh, man.
That's why I don't got love for bitch.
I got a big booty and it's juicy. You better cut it out. She said she got a big booty and it's juicy. Sisters, let's do the work first. Don't worry. We're going to make love. Oh, we're going to make some love. You better believe that.
Oh, that's why Too Short need 40 say
I keep telling you, consciousness over coochie, politics over punani.
So homie, please don't marry that bitch.
Politics over punani. It is revolution over romance. Get your mind right, family. This is Garveyism. This is Nkrumah. This is Lumumba. This is Kamathi. This is Kwame and
That's why I'll never
Never slipping and slipping and skipping and drifting and missing. This cats that I be hanging around don't listen.
What do y'all think about a date with the doctor FDMG fundraiser? $100. The sisters will pay a $100 raffle. Sisters will pay $100. And if they win the raffle, they get to pick a social event anywhere in the country. It could be a concert. It could be a sporting event. It could be a festival. We're going to pick her up. I'm going to pick her up. We're going to pay for the hotel, pay for the flight. I'm going to pick her up, take her to the event. We're going to go to dinner. And we're going to drop her back off at the hotel.
Don't listen. I'll be having this, sipping, and smoking, and drinking, and spitting. And these musty mouth bras, they be tripping. I mean, the bitch.
Yet you're one of the biggest scammers in our community. It's been 12 years. If you still have
Why you do me like that?
Man,
Why you do me like that, bro? Oh, man.
Yet you're one of the biggest scammers in our community. It's been 12 years. If you still
Why you do me like that?
Come home frustrated and she had a bad day and the things just didn't go right and she ain't gonna want to be caressed and she ain't gonna want to be massaged and she ain't gonna want a forehead kiss. She gonna want her cookies crushed. Every once in a while, your queen is gonna want her cookies crushed. And when your queen needs you to crush those cookies, you have to be able to meet the demand. Every sister, I don't care how spiritual she is, I don't care how feminine she is, every once in a while, she want cookies crushed.
I don't know what that bitch was thinking when she thought what she was thinking, but she shouldn't have thought that. I told her the money cost too much and I ain't got it down. You got to pay me, or pay me no never mind.
And so we paid respects earlier to the Honorable Frederick Douglass, my direct ancestor, and it's only fitting and it's only with respect that if we're gonna big up the masculine energy, we gotta big up the feminine energy. And we know that Queen Mother Harriet and Frederick Douglass were very, very good friends. Some even say may have been cousins, which means I'm related to Harriet Tubman. I ain't gonna even get into that right now.
Don't sit on the toilet when I go piss. You got feminine tendencies like a bitch.
I married a white girl 10 years ago, brother. Well, brother, until you unmarry her, it's best you stay over there, brother. I appreciate you and I love you, but you are no use to me with that white woman on
Bitch, me. I'm solid and concrete. I keep it found. We pull up in something acting a dong.
Correct. But I would say, listen, your wife is white. So we're going to stop the black talk right there.
She lifting her dress up, showing her mom. See, he tripping, he tricking, throwing her money. I to CH all in her face.
How am I helping black boys? That's a silly ass question. How does Dr. Umar help black boys? That's a silly ass question. But because you got a blind weave in your head, I'm going to answer the question because you don't know no better. Because you got a blind weave in your head, I'm going to answer the question because you don't know no better. This is what I do for black children. I am the #1 parent advocate in America. I am the #1 certified school psychologist in America. I am the #1.
They are contacting the college to try to force them to cancel my lecture this Thursday to close out Black History Month. They're claiming I smoke crack.
Psychology out here on the grassroots, helping parents protect their children from medication, misdiagnosis, and unnecessary hospitalization.
So late, stay on the case.
That's why I don't got love for
More cash apps. Any more cash apps? Just know the feds and the FBI watching. Of course. That goes without saying, my brother. That goes without saying. That goes without saying. How is the school coming? We pushing, brother. We pushing. I got a big booty and it's juicy. You better cut it out. She said she got a big booty and it's juicy. Sisters, let's do the work first. Don't worry. We're going to make love. Oh, we're going to make some love. You better believe that. Okay.
How could you find a white woman who could ever understand you as well as a sister?
Yeah. Well, the only reason why I mentioned people's actions is because you yourself exclusively date black, yet you're one of the biggest scammers in our community. It's been 12 years. If you still have
Why you do me like that? Why you do me like that, bro? Oh, man. Oh,
we was going good till Michael went a little left.